Phantasma. So we could make this into a primer, or we could make this into just a raw damage dealer because it's just that strong and that good. So we'll play around with this for a while. We can change some of these mods too. We can have it pure heat, magnetic, corrosive heat, magnetic, just pure heat. But I think probably our best bet will be heat and magnetic. And we're going to look at this old favourite, the Arax. Needs to get some more form on it, I think, so we can free up more slots and stuff, build variety. But we'll play around with this as well. I believe we can get afflictions on this as well. Yep. Afflictions in that 200%. And then a 450% force slash knockdown. So that'll be 6 slash procs at 450% damage. So that'll be nasty with afflictions as well. So we'll play around with that in the sim. So this thing here with corrosive heat, just corrosive heat, will absolutely shred these to death, no bother. Still a viable gun. Once we build up the multi-shot, we're going to see how much damage this thing does. Look at that status. Can't even see the ticks, it's just doing so much damage. Look at that. Then obviously contagious bond will kick in and it'll kind of ruin what we're looking at. We're probably diluting the heat procs a bit much here, but look at the amount of status damage. So if we take off this dude here, because he'll kill too easily, and we just put in this, then we'll get a bit of a better gauge of the procs this thing does. Look at that amount of status in them. Build up Deadhead. Or we could go Crux. I think this would be the best though. And again, that kicks in. Look at that. The procs are just so much status damage. Now if we, in my opinion, change it to this, it'll be even better. If we drop that, we'll go pure heat. We'll add some magnetic in as well, maybe. A bit of fire rate. I think this would work better. So it'd be mostly heat. And then, you know, we could put in status damage as well. Where is it here? Stick this into. Leave Merciless in, then we'll change it to Crux afterward. But heat magnetic would be the way I'd go. You don't even need to worry about crit. I just put it in because I like the numbers. So now when heat takes priority over corrosive, it'll probably work a lot better. The heat procs at 27. I think we're going to have to take off the primer because he's taking too many of these kills away from us. So now we'll get a good gauge of the heat procs now. That's no stacks. Now we're getting stacks. This is infinite body punch through, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, as long as they're lined up, we're going to chew through everything. And with this sinister reach, look how far we can shoot from. Millions of heat dots there. It's a little squeeze and it should take care of them, especially if they're primed up already. Dots of hundreds of thousands. See it? 300k was it? We're viral up. But yeah, million. Easy million. Reload's not an issue in this gun because it reloads so fast now. The alt fire, pretty much trash. I believe it's multiplicative, but it's no use using. Yeah, 1.6 million dot. So just absolutely disgusting levels of heat damage. Now, once this ribbon changes and we can factor in gas and gas damage, this gun is going to be wild. Let's see how it does with gas right now, actually. I presume it won't be that great. At least it'll be some AoE though.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Can gas up a whole area fairly quick though. How about this? We'll factor in some heat damage as well with Gauss and see how this works with a gas heat build. If it just heats up the whole room. What sort of heat procs we're getting now? 50 heat procs. How about this? Put in some status damage as well to really lean into them procs. Take away that. Yeah, put this in. That'll probably help it a good bit now. So, yeah, and these dudes here. These are the toughest guys in the game. Maximize fire rate, reload speed, blah blah blah. We've got no stacks. A bit of grouping with this would work wonders. What our dots are doing now. Very good dots. So once we get the ribbons reworked into status damage, I think gas on the Phantasma is going to be fantastic. Especially gas heat. But for this point, I think we're going to stick with heat, just pure heat damage in it. That'll be the way to go, I think. So if we're going to do it with Gauss and we can factor in the heat, we don't need to have it this way. We could do electric on here. Where is it? So if we go electric, magnetic, and then let's factor in some base damage, we'll put in status chance with Crux. So electric, magnetic, what else could we factor in here? If we're going to crit all the time, we could put in slash, because we're going to get about 100% crit chance with this build. We could put in golf. What else could we put in, really? Yeah, we'll go. So we'll be electric, magnetic, heat, viral, slash. Now we're going to have heat from Gauss's abilities. We're going to get crit chance from Arcane Hotshot. So we'll get these guys in here. And we'll stack up Hotshot almost instantly with that. It's just got its full stacks of Hotshot. It should just stay up. We should get crits as well. Now look at that damage. Heat, electric, magnetic, slash, viral. Ridiculous. Still an extremely viable gun. I'll get the Xmas in. It's going to chew through these guys probably quicker. Yeah, look at that. That's just obscene damage. Can't even see the ticks. Just a light squeeze and look at that. Dots into the millions. Keeping a crit chance up. Dots of a million. Just ludicrous. Really, really good. Plasma's a good choice. Now, if we pull out the Irax now, but influence, electric, heat, so we get on with this. Decent range. I don't think this will have any issues killing people. Of course, we've got condition overload, but we don't have a primer companion out yet. And we're going to get force slash and heavy attacks as well. You go and get Vauban out, who will be using it with. Get a better gauge of how this will be in mission. See how where the Phantasma gets on now with just electric and Vauban. Now look at that electric dots. It's crazy stats, chance on headshots. And ammo efficiency, look at that. Just ludicrous levels of damage. Now if we factor this back into heat, but I think it'll work better. Drop this. Let's put in. Stick that in. Drop blank and put in Blaze. I think this will be our best setup for this. Let's drop that, put in this. So we're going to get great stats chance, great stats damage, bigger magazine capacity, and better ammo efficiency with that. Rocking heat almost constantly. That was crazy heat. Yeah, heat dots in the millions. Really strong. 2 million. So whether you use this gun as a primer or a damage dealer, it's going to work great. So if we do something like this, look, throw it down, throw it in our one augment, lift enemies up. Then the minute he dies, everybody dies. So we've got an AoE gun now that's single target. But more to the point, if we do something like this, pull these guys in, group them up, get them all pulled in. Now, we've got insane punch through, what's this? The heat dots on everybody. Just crazy. So, on somebody that can group enemies up, it's extremely good. Just ludicrous. You can do electric as well, you could do it gas. So we'll try the Arax now. Might get a primer in actually to help us out with this. Can't take the Hound because the Hound will kill everything too easily. So it's still viable. See how this slash does. Now we're lifting the enemies easily, so we could easily go down the route of doing afflictions. But look at the damage already. Yeah, these are level cap viable people. You know, these are the sort of strength of enemies you'd fight at level cap. So now when we do a force slash at 12x, pretty decent. So a lot of damage. One tap and level cap. Slash proc's just insane. So if we go in and heat now and put afflictions in it. Drop the electric. And put in heat. We'll get some crazy levels of damage now, I think. Once we get Blood Rush stuck in here as well, it'll be better. You know, we could drop this, put in Blood Rush when we can, but we can't right now. So, put Magnetic in, because Magnetic's always good, and especially with this, we'll be getting 6 stacks of Magnetic and Heat and Slash at 450% damage. And as soon as they lift, they get the Afflictions proc. Get them lifted up. That white number dots you're seeing, that's all the Afflictions. That little white flash of numbers. Like the row of them there. So now if we heavy attack these people, it's going to be brutal. Yeah. Pretty crazy. Millions of damage. $6.1 million. So these guys that can't be lifted initially, see what sort of level of damage we're doing on a primed guy. So it still wipes them out without even lifting them up. 11 million that dot transferred around the room. Get this primed up guy here. Well, we're hitting multiple people because we can hit so far with this. So, you know, if we throw this down here, stand back here, we'll hit a lot of people, kill them all. So, you know, afflictions actually might be the way to go with this. If you're going to, you know, run out, prime somebody with that, then heavy attack them with that. So what else can we have a look at? I've done a lot of talking about the Livia. It's a very, very good sword. So this is influence. If we were to go afflictions with this, change that bonus to I suppose electric would be good. Gas electric, even with afflictions, it's going to do astronomical damage. So no stacks, just a bit of viral and priming. One heavy attack, and he's dead. Level cap. Literally heavy attacking with no stacks and a level cap enemy, and they're dying. So here, again, I can't even see the dots tick because it just does so much damage. 33 million up front before even afflictions procs. So I think that's the reason why I was going influence, because we really didn't need it, because it just done so much damage initially that we can just rely on that heavy attack before we get the 6 stacks that'll kill everybody, and then here we can tack, say, that gas and electric around the room. So get a bit of combo up. And we can light attack them, and they should just all die anyway. But then once we do get a heavy attack off like this, look at the damage levels, and especially if it gets an influence proc. Look at that, 4.2 million. Just ludicrous. A super underused, amazing weapon. Here's another great one. Another great weapon to use like that. But let's go pure heat this time. Heat, and we'll go maybe magnetic. Or get blood rushing. Then we'll just go pure heat. Because look at our Riven stats. An absolute great weapon. Now we'll get a bit of priming. We'll group people up. If we get status damage rolls on this, and we get like a gas roll, this is like Gas was talking about earlier, this is going to be really good. No stacks. Now we can light attack and still proc afflictions, look. So look how strong this thing actually becomes. Without even a liner and a heavy attack build, look at this. Just light attacking people. Look at that. dots into the millions again. So 1 light attack, and they die. It kills level cap people with a light attack. So I do believe if we ran up to disruption target and light attacked him with that, he would probably die from all the priming. So that's what we'll do. We'll go and take Revenant just for ease. No, fuck it, we'll take Nidus. We'll take a primer. What we'll take as our primer, we'll take the Coda with Bonico. Because this can kill in normal fire mode as a primer, or, you know, is just this way. Put that in there. We need to level this up anyway, and then we can factor in the Riven. No, we don't want to factor in the Riven. What we want to do is we want to change this to, is it Toxin or Electric? We want to change this to Electric or Toxin. So you could then remove the Toxin mod and put the Magnetic mod in. That's what we wanted to do. We'll level this thing up first, then we'll see how we get on with the Thibodeau against a disruption. No, fuck it, we'll take the bow, because it's got better reach. So we'll take the bow with afflictions. What's our reach in this? 8-point mirrors, so good. But we'll easily kill the disruption target with this, surely. And then, if we get in trouble, we'll take the best gun in the game. We'll take our Hound. Where is he? Here he is. We'll start. We'll jump into disruption now and see how we get along.
Incoming transmission. It's from Fortuna.
Allied Faye selling the latest in asset security. Conduits. Put the key in and you can pull the shinies out. Trick is, you've got to wait to open. Something happens to the conduit before you can pull the goods. You don't get the goods. Ever. Also, the bleeders Allied sold the tech to will try to kill ya. Give that console the old bypass so we can get this thing started.
The hunt is on, Tenno. The synthesis scanner is detecting a potential target. Use it. Search for traces of the target.
This isn't your regular old job. LRB sold the conduits with interference routines specifically designed for the Tenno. Don't you worry, love. I've got some workarounds. Conduit keys are carried by high-ranking muckety-mucks. Knock them down. See what they've got.
Yeah, I've seen the new Riven changes. I've been playing around and talking about them in this live for a little while. I think that what Gaz has said's a good take on it. You know, if we can get gas damage and status damage Rivens, it's going to be really crazy. For something like the Ballistica, it's going to be absolutely crazy. Then that'll be good changes, to be honest. Everybody, I think the price of Rivens are going to drop, but I think as a whole, it'll be easier to get Rivens you want and easier to get better stats. So I think it's going to be a good change, to be honest. And we're here to just try the Thibodeau and see how much the bow I'll do if it'll kill easily with just one afflictions proc. That's what I'm here doing. So once we get this dude in, where is he? There we go. Now we can light attack him. Is he going to die from it? No, because can't proc afflictions and this asshole's coming. Forgot that. Thought we could have proc afflictions in these pricks. Obviously not. Bit of a problem. I forgot that afflictions doesn't work on these fucking assholes. But it'll work fantastic on Thrax, which is more suited for what I want. I thought for some reason afflictions still would have worked on Demolists. It's a bit annoying that it doesn't. Kind of stops how good that arcane could be, which is a bit annoying.
Subverted and you're juiced. Nice. Should have been a buffin. This be calling. I had to pay Maru a small fortune in rations for this tip. Right. They're back. And they're well pissed off. the demos away from that conduit. Demo unit's on its way. to reset. Feeling lucky? Signal returns. Dig in. shift is off. We kicked a clown car. Here we go. Shiny secured and we're in the wind.
You exist to strike.
I'll send your cut
You
line
strike to
usual.
win.
Have a good one.
The lesson ends.